Never heard of the Millennium Falcon?
Should I have?
It's a ship that made the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Kessel Run Weekly. I'm your host, Cheyenne, and I'm here with Brody. Say hi, Brody.
What's up, guys?
And we are here with a new topic today. So, before we begin, I want you to sit back, relax, close your eyes, and envision you're watching The Phantom Menace. It doesn't have to be the first time you saw it. Could be the 1,000th time you've seen it. But you're watching The Phantom Menace, and the pod race is starting.
I feel like I want to play like some wind chimes. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna put it. Hold on, wait. Just pause. I'm gonna get some wind chime sounds. If it sounds too terrible, just let me know. Hold on, wait. I'm just gonna mute. There's like an ad. I don't have sleep apnea. I'm sorry.
I do, but I don't have wind chimes that go with it.
Here.
Okay. Okay, you're watching The Phantom Menace for the first time ever. Or the 1,000th time. The pod race is beginning. And you see Foden Bede, the Troig pod racing announcer. And they're doing that weird sound that they make.
I don't know if that sound is actually going to cut like part of your voice out, so I'm just going to stop it here.
It's okay. It's perfect. I loved it.
It was a good bit.
Meanwhile...
What? Was that like the sound of like a train passing by?
No, but it felt like it.
Oh my god.
I was trying to pull up a clip of Foden Bede doing that weird
like,
sound that they make.
Like,
Yeah.
But it was the sound of like Sebulba's pod racing. Like,
Yeah, it was literally the sound of Anakin like flicking the little thingies on his pod. Foden Bede.
Those every like sound in Star Wars is so like nostalgic to me. Like whenever I hear it, I get like the ASMR tinglies. And I'm like,
yeah, basically.
Yay.
Oh my god. So anyways, my whole yoga introduction, lack thereof, was so that you guys, our listeners, could get in the mindset. Brody and I are your official Foden Bede for this episode, but instead of pod racing, we are talking about food in the galaxy far, far away.
So just imagine that we are a troig species. We have the two heads. I saw a horrible meme that both Foden Bede's heads both look like Benedict Cumberbatch. You'll never unsee it. You'll never unsee Benedict Cumberbatch's face.
Oh, poor Benedict.
Do you have like a picture of him up right now and you're like looking at it? It's like, oh my god.
Oh no, but I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah, just do a quick Google search. Everybody listening to the podcast now, if you're able to.
Oh my
if you
god.
have the resources,
Just
look up Fode and Bede, spelled Fode and Bee. Oh wait, Beed.
Yeah,
that's a lot to say. But both of them look like Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh no, poor Benedict. I don't think you look like Foden Bede, Benedict. Oh no.
Geez.
Oh man. Okay. So now that you have that beautiful vision in your head, everybody, the way this show is going to go is we are going to talk about the different foods in the movies and then also in Galaxy's Edge. So if you've been to Galaxy's Edge and you know about the foods, this might just be a review, or maybe you'll hear about something that you haven't tried before and you'll want to try next time. Or, oh no. Oh, it gets worse. The meme gets worse, you guys.
I remember I
Yikes.
photoshopped this years ago.
You did that?
I did that. I put it in my little playlist that I call Photoshop Masterworks.
Oh no.
And, when I somehow had Photoshop for free on my phone, I think I accidentally hacked the system. but because I didn't have to pay for like Adobe or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
I was able to Photoshop 2 Benedict Cumberbatch heads on Foden Bede's heads. So
cruelty. That is Foden Bede and Benedict cruelty.
This was the first thing I ever made. Wait.
It's very bright. Oh my god. For those of you that cannot see it, it's a pre-Vizsla picture with the words pre-Vizsla above it, and then in the second half it says post-Vizsla, and it's got just his helmet.
It's just his helmet on the floor because he gets decapitated.
More cruelty, if you will.
I just had the same idea. I'm going to drink some water, too.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody listening to the podcast, this is now your time to drink water. We're going to give you 5 seconds, or
water
you
break.
can pause to drink your water.
Water break, go. Mine's really loud because I'm just eating, guys. I'm sorry.
My drinking is really loud. I gulp really loud. My girlfriend makes fun of me about it all the time.
Because you gulp loud? Is that what you said?
Why do you drink so loud? I'm just like, I don't know. I've got a wide neck that drinks a lot. Shut up. Shut up.
You ever just like sitting there and you're eating, and it's like you and multiple people eating, so everybody's making the same sounds, but you feel like you sound so loud while you're eating?
Because like, you know, your ears are so close to like your
it's
jaw
horrible.
that you just hear like you're...
It's so gross.
Like you're chewing.
Yeah.
It's worse when like you're like reviewing something with someone
mm-hmm.
and they're eating something and you're not, and you just hear them chewing and you're just like...
Like, it's fine, I can do it. It's fine.
I don't know how anyone can enjoy like that KFC chicken eating ASMR.
Ew. I don't like ASMR in general.
ASMR, there's only a few sounds that give me the ASMR tinglies. That's the sounds of tapping on a typewriter.
It's fair.
The sound of stepping in fresh snow.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And the sound that the vacuum tube makes at the bank that goes... And like, you know, it goes up in the tube when you're doing the drive-thru.
That was so good.
Or even the sound of someone like shooting a marshmallow from a marshmallow gun. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
Or like a blowgun.
That's insane.
So,
wow. We really just bringing you guys on a journey.
As we were back to what we were saying, we are a troig species. I am Brody, and this is Seed. So Brody and Seed presents.
Brody and Seed.
If anyone has the capabilities and the time and dedication, we want fan art.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Of us as a troig species.
I will
Maybe not make us as ugly as the real Foden Bede.
Yeah, I don't want a mustache.
Self-confidence. If you could just make us look really pretty, give me fuller hair. And like maybe like an 8-pack, that'd be cool anyways. So we are a troig species, and instead of commentating over pod races,
mm-hmm.
we are commentating over the many delectable delicacies scattered across the galaxy.
Ah, yes. What an intro.
From porgs to gorgs, we are here to dissect, taste, and devour any kind of delicious, succulent... I think it's raining outside. I'm sorry. I have my
delicious, succulent, no sound.
Yeah, succulent.
Quiet. All right.
Cuts to the scene outside Jabba's palace.
Yeah, really.
Just
oh my
quiet.
god. Yeah. That would be such a funny cutscene. Oh, for everything. Okay, anyways. Why don't we get started with you starting with a movie, whichever movie you would like to do. We'll start with that, and then we'll move to Oga's or something.
I think what we should do, the idea is, as a troig species, we kind of go everywhere together. Because, we're literally together as a species. It gets very annoying. Dates are very awkward.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just here for it.
Neck fighting like giraffes. Sorry. Don't die.
Oh, stop. I'm weak.
We're still in the intro, Brody. You can't die now.
Still in the intro. We haven't even started. It's been like 20 minutes. Everyone's already left. So,
nobody's left. We're just talking now.
So, I'm the troig head that focuses more on food from the many stories across the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, a lot of food appears in some of our favorite stories from a galaxy far, far away. While Scene's head, or Scene over here, is a connoisseur of the obtainables that you could get at your local Earth theme park.
Tourist foods, if you will.
Foods.
Tourist foods.
Exactly. So, we are going to do it in this format where we rate how we think it would taste, how much we'd like to order it at like a restaurant if it was offered to us. Like just like, oh, I would pick this, please. Like which one would you think is the tastiest from our lists? And then we'll critique it like how IGN critiques video games. I don't know why that was my thought of it,
hey,
but it is now.
Whatever analysis we can give.
So, the first thing we are going to bring up in the wonderful story of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Okay.
Gorgs.
All right, describe it to me.
It is those weird frog creatures that are dangling at the little stall that Jar Jar goes, ooh, yummy, yummy, and, you know, slaps it with his tongue and starts eating it.
And
the guy
Sorry, I Googled it so I could look at a picture. And
they're also in Resistance.
Yeah!
They're also the little guys in Resistance because they are native to Castellon.
Oh.
But I think those are just like a type of Gorg. It's like, you know, I think they said something like the Gorgs we see in Phantom Menace are like frogs, while the Gorgs in Resistance are kind of like tadpoles or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
the images are crazy.
Very different looking if you compare the two Gorgs.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can... Keep going. I'm sorry.
So, they are considered somewhat of a delicacy, even though they only cost 9 pupi and the Mos Eisley markets. And, was it Mos Eisley or Mos Espa that... Oh, wait. Oh, are you sharing your screen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's black.
Mos Eisley markets.
It's black. I can't see anything.
Oh no, it's not working.
Oh wait, there it is. There it is. Okay, good.
I was like, oh no.
No, we're
look at this one. That one's wacky.
So it's wacky time.
Wacky frog.
Gorgs.
All right.
Delicious creatures. They say that they are delicious, and they're is that guy's name Swokes?
That's what it looks like. Let's see. Swokes.
Looks like this.
Sure is.
The man, the myth, the legend, Swokes. Wow.
Malcolm Tay.
So our character analysis is Swokes. I'm just kidding.
Y'all should Google that. That's gross.
Yeah, we should definitely Google Swokes. He's
get some Swokes
kind
in
of
your
disgusting.
life.
He looks like someone that would be on Dinosaurs, that one Disney show.
Yeah, he 100% is.
A lot like it.
Okay, so what about Gorgs?
How would you think a Gorg tastes?
Like chicken.
Like chicken?
Yes.
I would kind of assume that it would taste like what Earthlings call frog legs.
Yes. Which also tastes like chicken.
Which also does taste like chicken. You see, us Troigs, we're very fond of Earth cuisine, so we will compare it to what you Earthlings will understand it as. So, I would say that it tastes definitely like the amphibious frogs that exist on the planet Earth.
Yeah, I would agree.
If you were offered one, how excited would you be for one of them? Presumably prepared to stuff, not raw, dangling in the desert.
Yeah, avoiding the raw option, period. I would say I'd want it roasted over a fire so that it looked like this one. And
classic.
Like blackened, like mahi-mahi, or grouper.
Ooh, yes. A fine Earth cuisine.
Yeah. And if it was blackened, I would give it 10 out of 10. But if it wasn't,
10, I would give it a 6 out of 10 because I believe there are a lot more tasty things out there in the galaxy. But since you brought up that blackened, season it with like a little bit of different kinds of spices, not the drugs, like the herbs. And
no
stuff.
drug spices. herb spices.
I think with you sharing your screen, I think it's lagging a lot. I think
In our audio?
because it's like there's a bit of well, I think for your responses because it takes a second for yours to come in. I'm pretty sure.
Well, let's stop that. Let's not do that anymore.
Now it's synced up. Now it's synced up again.
That's interesting because it wasn't lagging on my side. Huh.
It might have just been mine, since you're the host. Very entertaining commentary here at Kessel Weekly.
We're also a technical podcast.
So, I brought up briefly that it makes impact with Sebulba's soup, and it is a green, seemingly viscous liquid that splashes from the Gorg's impact.
Ew.
I could imagine that it could only taste like some kind of like spinach, like ground spinach stew of some kind.
Yeah.
Definitely not maybe like a seaweed salad, I'd imagine.
It's probably like a broth. It's just a broth.
Yeah, but then again, what's green on Tatooine?
Yeah.
Nothing green on Tatooine. That's on like the brochures.
Yeah.
So then we have Shmi's cooking.
Oh,
which is a whitish, tannish paste on a plate, as well as a bowl full of fruit, with some of them looking identical to earth apples. And that's what Jar Jar also swats with his tongue and devours whole.
Right. An apple. Or a seemingly apple.
A spapple. Space apple.
Space apple.
Spapple.
Okay.
So, I could imagine that the whitish, tannish paste would kind of taste like mashed potatoes, but without like pepper, salt, just like raw mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Like imagine some kind of root.
It's just like gummy in texture.
I will say I have picked up a beautiful book from the planet Batu, written by a marvelous Strono Tuggs, and he had a recipe for what was known as mashed chokeroot. And it's very similar to mashed potatoes, but I can imagine that this food is very similar to mashed chokeroot if it isn't already chokeroot.
And it's probably bland in space. Water break.
Water break. Honestly, it does kind of look just like very pale colored sand, like sand that you'd find at like a tropical planet, just mixed with water. And it's like Qui-Gon's just like, is this sand mixed with water? And it's like, yeah, that's all we have. And apples.
Sand with water and apples.
Just ate all the apples.
Okay. Yeah, so, I feel like if I was there, I would stick to the apples.
I would probably say a 1 out of 10 for Shmi's cooking, because, it's probably not the best food living on, a slave's wage, which is nothing.
Yikes.
I'm sorry that I was so quick with that. And the apples, I would rate a solid 8 out of 10, because Earthling apples are very tasty and come in many delicious varieties.
Yeah. I would agree, actually, with both of those. I would say 1 out of 10, because it's unfortunate that the paste is a paste. And I would go as far to say 8.5 out of 10 for the apples, because they are juicy, probably.
Your palate, you enjoy a lot more apples. Well, I mean, like, Jar Jar really didn't have the chance to experience that since he swallowed it whole without chewing.
I would say
that's the one thing about Gungans. They don't have appreciation for such great food.
Yeah, they don't care. They just want food. I would say the half a point is right additional because it's hot on that planet. So, like, a juicy fruit would be great.
Oh, yeah.
More satisfying on the dry planet.
That probably is, like, I remember working a hot, steamy day, very sweaty at the end, and then I took a bite out of a crisp apple. Delicious.
Good stuff. Okay, what's next?
Another thing that somebody tastes. I noticed this. Somebody tastes this substance in The Phantom Menace, and that is Pod Racer Plasma Energy Binders. Because Jar Jar accidentally dips his tongue on the energy binders, which makes his tongue go all numb and rubbery. How do you think that would taste? I can only imagine it tastes the way that static smells.
I would say you probably wouldn't even taste anything because your tongue would be going numb.
But if someone had the ability, like if someone was electric proof, you know, they gave it a lick like ice cream.
I would say
Or,
metallic.
Have
Like,
you ever had lightning
metallic
strike
flavor.
near your location at a time?
No. My mom got struck by
It's
lightning.
happened a couple times where I was stationed, and the smell is very sulfury. So I can kind of imagine the way lightning smells like a sparkler. I
Yeah.
can imagine it tastes the way a sparkler smells.
I see what you mean.
I feel like
yes.
that's a great way to estimate that.
I could agree.
I'm not going to rate it because it's technically not a food that we can happily pursue. Like, we can find it. We just got to go back to Tatooine.
Should not do it, though.
No.
Should avoid.
Us Troigs, we know better. We know better.
For the most part.
That's pretty much it for the food of the Phantom Menace.
Okay.
And I think they said a Gorg is also what's chewed up by Jabba, who bites his head off and throws his head at a gong.
Yeah.
But that also could be something that I'll mention later.
Okay.
So then we go to Attack of the Clones. Picture yourself here. You're in a beautiful diner in the luscious core world of Coruscant. There you meet a Desalisk bartender named Dexter. And he's a very humble man, has a branding a beautiful mustache, but not as beautiful as Lando Calrissian's, may I add. And his waitress droid offers a Jedi Knight, Obi-Wan Kenobi, a cup of Jawa juice, which he happily accepts. What is Jawa juice?
I don't know. Tell us, Brody. Because I don't know.
I'll tell you once I think of it. Oh man, I really got to think for this one. Well, did you know that it's actually called Ardes?
I didn't until I pulled it up.
Based on grains. Sorry, my brain is getting a couple ads right now and it's blocking the text that I'm thinking about.
You need to put an ad blocker on your brain.
And it is made of bantha hides mashed with fermented grains.
Sounds horrible.
It sounds really gross. But why would such a man, full of such great etiquette, yeah, it's raining outside, that's great. Why would
That's
a man
horrible.
of such class and culture drink such a
Ew.
beverage called Jawa juice?
I guess since it's fermented, it must be like a fine wine.
I mean, also it's like, why do people drink the Earth alcoholic beverage, Bloody Marys?
Oh,
Like,
God. Good question.
It's, tomato juice.
Yeah, good
which
question.
you think is not good, but I've met some people who greatly desire, and even like a little bit of celery stalks in there.
Technically, hops are
combination.
a grain.
What is?
Hops in beer.
Oh, hops. Yeah, well,
Maybe
beer
it's-
is a wheat-based alcohol, so
Yeah.
it's probably space beer with a little bit of skin in it. So I can imagine.
Ew.
Listen, it's gonna get grosser as time goes
Oh,
on.
God, I'm not ready.
Star Wars is not. Let's
Not-
just say
it's
it's
not delectable.
as clean as like Denny's or something.
Yeah, true.
We're
Okay.
going to like the Space Denny's dumpster for food.
Space Denny's
Jawa
dumpster.
juice.
All right.
Would you order a delicious glass of Jawa juice?
Absolutely not. And I'll tell you why.
I would.
You would?
I would, but I want to hear your explanation why. Yes, I would, but I want to hear you.
I don't drink beer anyways. So if this is a beer-like beverage from space, I would likely avoid it because I'm more of a other type of alcoholic beverage person. And also,
I do prefer a wine more than a beer.
yeah, same. And also, sounds like it's thick, and I don't like the only thick
does
drink I
sound
like.
thick.
Yeah, is milkshakes. So I will be more akin to other
that's
types
fair.
of milks
Milkshakes are
that we
very
will have
tasty.
offered.
Oh, do you think a blue milkshake would be like something good?
Yes, 100%.
I think that would be something tasty.
Yeah.
It's like, there's fruity milkshakes out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I would order it just because I'd want to try it. I've tried a lot of different beverages out there. I don't like alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
I'm even like, as time happens and such, I'm probably throughout my whole life, I'm probably not going to drink a lot of alcohol. Probably not even more than a gallon total throughout my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
But when I go to Galaxy's Edge, that might change things.
He will
When I
drink
go
the whole
to
gallon while
Batu,
he's there.
and
that's it forever.
Oh, I will have the full gallon and then I'll cap it at that. I'll probably never drink again in my life. Considering that I don't like alcohol, and this sounds a lot like an alcohol because it's fermented grains, which is exactly what beer is. I'd say I'd give this a 3.
3.
I'd give this definitely a solid 3.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a 2.
Because it's got flavor, but you have to have a peculiar taste and a real hatred for life if you want to enjoy this beverage.
Yes, I would agree. I would go for a 2, but for the same reasons.
Yeah. Then I've got 3 more from Attack of the Clones.
All
There
right.
is the Shura fruit, which I would say looks a lot like the equivalent of a space mango.
Okay.
And this fruit is seen when the 2 lovebirds, Padme Amidala and Anakin Skywalker, are hiding out on the planet Naboo. And Anakin lifts up a little fruit with the Force, brings it over, cuts it, and brings half back. Which I would say that's kind of like not a cool move. Because it's like, what if I just got a plate of spaghetti and then my partner just kind of walks over, takes half of the spaghetti that I got for myself, and then leaves me the other half, and it's just like, and like, they take the meatballs, and it's like, dude, you took like the best part, because Anakin kept like the thicker end while he gave her like the tapered little edge of the mango.
This is
like,
true.
What a meanie.
Rude. Trying to be slick, and it was not working.
It's described as a very sweet fruit. Very tasty, and one of Padme Amidala's favorite. Now, Padme is a senator, and she, has probably tried a lot of food, and Naboo seems like one of the places you can get some of the best food in the galaxy, because it's such a nice place. So
True.
I can imagine good taste, good fruit. I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. I would really, really like to try it, especially in some kind of fruit medley, if anything. What's your opinion on these space mangoes?
I would agree. I always thought it looked kind of like a pear too.
It does, but it has the color. It has the shape of a pear, but the color of a mango.
Interesting.
And it's kind of have a lighter inside, so it does look a lot more like a pear from the inside.
Okay, so maybe it tastes
mangoes
like
are
both.
bright yellow on the inside. Which, may I say, whenever I see a mango get cut, oh, it looks so yummy.
Yeah, I have half a mango in the fridge. I should eat it. Anyways, I would say also, well, I would go 10 out of 10 because, like you said, here's what makes me feel not the 10 out of 10 because Naboo, like you said, has delectable foods, especially Padme, who is royalty.
It's a very artisanal.
Yeah. And I love fruit.
I can imagine that they have pretty much the creme brulee, Space France. I can imagine Space France. It has the tastiest food in the world.
Yes. I would agree with that. 10 out of 10. I love fruit. I'm biased.
Fruit is pretty great. Then we don't really know much about this next one, but it is juice from the Lars homestead.
Juice.
Quickly, a young a young Owen, Lars, prepares 4 little transparent cups of some kind of magenta-y, purplish, reddish juice. Okay. And serves it to Anakin, Beru, Krieg, and himself. Okay. I can imagine this kind of tastes like a cran raspberry. I'd say it tastes like a cran raspberry or maybe cran grape juice.
I would say...
And if that's the case, 10 out of 10 because I
Yeah.
love cranberry juice. And remember, if you're ever having troubles with cleansing your body of toxins, cranberries have a lot of antioxidants that could really flush out your body. So remember, cranberries are very important for doing a good flush of the system. Drink some as much as you can.
Drink some crayons.
This is health tips with Brody and Seed.
I would say, again, an additional refreshing thing on a desert planet. So 9.5 out of 10. Because gonna need
Which
it.
makes me think, why would bantha milk be such a common drink? Because like milk makes you like kind of phlegmy and just like it makes like your throat feel like more clogged up.
Yeah. You know, I have the perfect...
But I guess it's the convenience.
That too. I would say the convenience for sure, especially being on a planet where there's not many other types of...
I don't think I muted my mic in time.
No, it was so funny.
Sorry, I've got... Oh, man.
It was right as soon as you said.
I've eaten a couple Melu runs.
Are Melu runs good for
allergic
sneezing?
to them, but I can't stop eating them.
Oh.
I do also have food from Clone Wars, Rebels, and Resistance. But not all of it, because they're long series, but I have some of the more notable, enjoyable ones.
No, that's cool.
So...
Okay.
Expect this to be a very long podcast.
Yeah,
I figure.
I figure. Oh no, my thing told me to get up and move, and I said no.
Oh, oops. Well, you're gonna have to tell it that
I'm doing a podcast.
We are busy and we can't go for a walk right now because we are the same being.
Yeah, exactly.
We are two heads.
We're two heads on the same body.
Arms. We are great at parties.
If I can't get Brody to stand up, then I cannot move for my Fitbit.
Yeah, you control, the left half. I control the right. So, like, you could technically move. You would just have to, like, drag me along. And, I'm, like,
and that would be more work than it's worth.
Whatever. I'll come along. Technically, we aren't siblings, but we're also just not the same person.
Yeah.
We're just two completely different...
Two different people.
Entities in ourselves. We don't identify with each other.
Mm-mm.
We're just, like, friends.
Mm-hmm. Because we had to be. Because we are attached to the same body. All right.
The worst part is I snore. So it's absolute hell for her.
Yeah, 100%. Hate snoring. Hate it. It's okay because I kick in my sleep. So.
Oh yeah, I know. Occasionally you'd start kicking my leg and I'm like, stop it.
Oh my god. Chaos. Okay, so, what's next for us on the menu?
Up next is another a whack. This is the last one for the prequels because there doesn't seem to be any food in Revenge of the Sith. I've watched the movie hundreds of times. I do not recall anyone eating in that movie.
Okay, yeah, I don't either. Not off the top of my head, at least.
So there's probably like something where like a bird just eats something real quick and it's like, yep, that counts. But this next menu item, you can only get it on one planet, and that is Geonosian. Because it is quickly eaten by a Nexu.
Hold on, Geonosian the species?
Yes, the anthropomorphic...
The bugs?
Yes.
Gross.
Yeah, I know, but, a Nexu still eats it.
That's fair. What's a Nexu?
For any... What?
What's the Nexu? Which one is that?
For anyone who doesn't know what a Nexu is a multi-eyed, feline sort of creature
like
with a rat-like tail and rows of many, many teeth.
It's a rat cat.
Rat cat, essentially. And you could actually see one of their heads mounted in the illustrious Dak-Ondar's Den of Antiquities.
True.
And they're very... You know what? Let's do a quick character analysis on the Nexu. So, Nexu were predatory felines native to the planet Kolgana. They were also found on Xanox. Nexu were agile, cat-like animal predators with 4 red eyes, a defensive mane of sharp quills, The four eyes give them excellent vision, with the second pair allowing them to track prey by its body heat using infrared vision. And they are typically 4.51 meters long. That's very long. That's big. That's the size of a car, at least. And the Nexu possess sharp teeth and long claws, perfect for climbing trees. And their double tails were forked and whip-like. A Nexu's light build allowed it to remain highly agile and difficult to hit. Even if struck with enough force, a single kick was enough to stun a Nexu and cause significant pain. So they're really good killers, but they can't really take a punch because they're so lightweight and fragile.
Which is why
Just
Padme
like real
was so
cats.
successful. Yeah, I guess. Fair
You ever
point.
just punt a cat?
Not purposefully.
A loft cat specifically, because they could be really mean.
True. My cats that
So,
live in my house crawl between legs and get accidentally punted pretty often.
well, that's fair. And they're just like, ah!
Yeah, they get
Like,
so
they
offended,
act like
and it's
they're
their
dying.
fault.
But, so I could imagine a Geonosian would just kind of taste like any raw insect.
Mhm.
I don't know if they specifically have a color of blood, but I can imagine it's kind of like the yellowish fly blood when you swat a fly and there's a little bit. It's like, oh, I don't like that.
Yeah. I
So,
feel
yeah,
like
I can imagine.
obviously the Nexu would not do this, but if Geonosian were not sentient, they are. So I'm going with
But
two
even
different
then,
answers
they
here.
kind of work on like a hive mind basis. Like it's kind of questionable of their like real sentience, or if the queen is the one who's sentient. It's a big debate in the Geonosian community.
It's an interesting thought. If they were not sentient and they were just a food item, if you covered them in chocolate like you do crickets on Earth,
Oh my
maybe
god,
not so horrible. I don't eat insects, to be fair, so
they're as big
cannot-
as a dude.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, you can chop it up, cover it in chocolate. Sounds horrible
Do you
when
think
I
they
describe
serve it
it.
the same way? Like pork is cut up. Like there's specifically the pork chop, the pork neck, the ham
Yeah,
or whatever.
probably.
Like it's like, oh, would you like to enjoy the chocolate covered calf of Geonosian?
Yeah, probably. It's exactly how I imagine Star Wars markets being.
I can imagine they're like crunchy too, like they're a little
Yeah.
crispy.
Ooh, gross.
Yeah, I know.
I
I
would
added
say-
that one just for funsies.
Yeah, when
I rated
I think about
0.
Geonosians, yeah, 0 out of 10. Would not eat. Would walk away if I watched a Nexu eating one. I would slink the other way.
Yeah, true.
And that's it. 0 out of 10. No Geonosians
0
on
out
my
of
menu.
10. I'm glad that we're both mutual. So, Geonosians out there listening to the podcast, because this does broadcast intergalactically. So we're hopefully reaching the beautiful planet of Geonosis. If so, hello everybody. Thank you for listening. Do not worry, we will not
We will
eat
not
your
eat you.
species.
But watch out for those
that
Nexu.
is it for the delicious foods told from the prequel stories of our galaxy. Now, our good friend Seed has a great a great adventure.
Yeah.
On the beautiful planet of Batu, known for its wide variety of amazing cuisines. So the floor is yours.
Thank you. So I would say, because we've already kind of mentioned it, we'll go ahead and talk about the milk. We're going to talk about it again later, probably. But there is a milk stand on Batu that features blue and green milk, both adult and non-alcoholic beverages. At the milk stand, you can get a couple of different beverages and cocktails, and then you can also get, I guess, breakfast, which I didn't know. And then sometimes...
Wait, at the milk stand? Or are you
That's what
talking
it-
about Ogas?
No, that's what it says. It says at the milk stand. This is
I thought the
questionable.
milk stand was purely blue or green milk.
I thought so too, so I'm questioning this.
Because they might be talking about like the blue bantha.
Nope, that's not it. I'm reading it. I know
The
what the
Blue
Blue Bantha
Bantha
is.
is
I know
served.
what's at Oga's. This is not anything that I've seen anywhere else in the
I mean,
park.
once we visit Batu again, hopefully in the next coming months,
Yeah.
we'll have to ask them if they sell breakfast.
Yeah, because I've never looked for this, but I've also never wanted breakfast from there because I didn't know they had food there. So we'll see if this is a real thing or not.
I can imagine it's not spectacular, but
who knows? It looks kind of good. Okay, so if you so choose, you can get your blue or green milk in a Booba Wamba Family Farms novelty drink vessel, which is a light-up souvenir sipper. Includes the milk at the time of purchase, and you get one per guest per transaction, and you can go back and get that refilled rather than getting the tiny little cups that they come in. I have one, and it's awesome. And on one side, it has the bantha, where your blue milk comes from, and then on the other side, it has the thalasiren, where your green milk comes from. Blue and green milk. So the blue milk is plant-based dairy blend of coconut and rice milk with alluring fruity characteristics. Yeah. I do have to say that the fruitiness of the blue milk is more my preference compared to the green milk, which we'll get to in a minute.
I get that.
And
I respect that.
It's more of, I want you to like picture it, it's more of like a smoothie rather than like an icy smoothie rather than milky.
We had a previous podcast where we spoke of such things, and you also had a podcast with Danny where you guys discussed the milk stand. And I remember specifically you were talking about how would they be mixed if you got like the
of both.
It's like what you do when you see a vending machine. You just go and get a little bit of everything.
Yeah, sometimes. But it's
I've never done that before.
I did it when I was a kid. It was horrible. Bad decision.
Really? How'd it taste?
Like chocolate milk, but not good.
But none of those fountain drinks are chocolate milk. It's like mellow yellow Coca-Cola. And then it's just like Sierra Mist, and it's like, oh boy.
Yep.
I never got down with mellow yellow.
It's not a vibe. Don't do that. Okay, so if you could, here, let's do it like this. So I'm gonna read you the breakfast servings from the milk stand, and I want you to pick which one you would pair with blue milk and what you would rate that meal. We're getting a little complicated up in here.
All right. I like this.
The 3 breakfast items offered by the milk stand, potentially, are the Saka Farm Egg Bite, which is an egg white bite with tomato sauce, feta, and breadcrumbs. Green Milk Bread Pudding, which is bread pudding made with green milk. Or the Wamba Yogurt Cup, plant-based coconut milk yogurt with green milk and seasonal fruit.
I would say, since the yogurt and like the pudding are both liquidy based, viscous kind of things, I feel like they wouldn't be paired well with a drink. But with the egg,
yes,
I would imagine this is a cooked egg, a like little egg cup.
It is.
I would imagine that would taste pretty well with thalasiren milk.
Yeah,
because that fruitiness could kind of accentuate a fun flavor involved with the egg, with the tomato sauce that's on it.
That's fair.
I feel like that would be a very interesting combination that I would probably try.
Yeah. All right. So, and how would you rate blue milk out of 10 on its own, by itself?
Blue milk on its own, I'd probably rate it an 8.
8 out of 10? All right. Can't wait for you to try both.
Because, I'm not the biggest, like you said, the only kind of thick drink I enjoy as well is a milkshake and maybe like a Frosty, but mostly I just eat that with a spoon. I feel like, a blue milk from Batu would be a bit more like, I guess it's a whole lot thicker because I'm not a milk guy. I do not like milk. I used to like milk, but then it started making me feel very ill.
Yeah.
So
it's not super thick.
Thing with milk. It's not very thick.
It's not very thick. The green milk if I remember correctly, is like a bit thicker, but also I haven't had them in a while. It's not super thick. It's not like as thick as regular milk.
I guess I wonder if I could ask for it not as frothy. Maybe not as frosty as it may be. Like, I would just prefer a solid liquid. A solid liquid. Because I do enjoy stuff like rice milk and soy milk.
Yeah.
I do like those.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do green milk. Plant-based dairy blend of coconut and rice milk. So same thing, with zippy citrus and tropical characteristics. So this one is going to be more floral in flavor, in aroma. How do you feel like rating that one?
I'd rate it lower than the blue milk, but I mean no disrespect to it. Mm-hmm. So, I guess I'm just a bigger fan of fruity, and I've never been the biggest fan of floral stuff. Like, I've always preferred kind of like fruity smelling, like, I guess, colognes or deodorants compared to the floral ones. Or even scented candles. I prefer ones that are more like apple than I would like flowers.
Yeah, I agree.
I just give a little bit more credence to the blue milk since I'm a fruit fan. I'm a fruit fan.
This is for all of my 21 and up visitors for Batu. The specialty cocktails, the blue milk is the same thing, but then it features Bacardi rum if you are 21 and up. The green milk would feature Corazon Blanco. I was about to sound real white. I'm so sorry. Corazon Blanco tequila. Blanco. I really was about to just test my life just there.
Cinco de Mayo.
Green milk features tequila. Blue milk features rum. If you are 21 and up and like those, blue milk is really just appealing to me, even as in the adult cocktail, because I love rum better than I love tequila. So, 10 out of 10. Blue milk. Okay? And that's all I got.
Here's something interesting. Blue milk and the other food item that appears in the in A New Hope are both related to Batu.
Okay.
So I'm gonna bring it back to you if you think we're ready, because the location that I'm talking about is kind of like, imagine like the Disney castle of Batu in most regards. That isn't like a ride. Yes. I'm talking about the cantina. It's an iconic scene from any Star Wars film. You love it. You absolutely love it. All the interesting characters. Even my favorite character makes an appearance in the cantina, and his name is Momadadon, and he is an Ithorian. I will never stop bringing that up because I love him. So we don't really get to see many of the drinks that appear in the cantina. But, when Seed and I took a trip to Batu, this was a while back, I'll be honest, I was not paying attention. I just got like a new app on my phone, it was new social media, and it was really just taking up my time. I did not take the time to enjoy any of the stuff. It was almost like I was never there. But luckily, Seed was there to enjoy and blog about all of it. So, always. Seed is our local Batuan expert. Yes. So, take it away about our favorite destination, Oga's Cantina. So, to know Oga's Cantina, you also have to know Oga. Her name is Oga Gara. She's the elusive local crime boss of Blackspire Outpost on Batu. Few have seen her in the flesh and have lived to tell the tale. She has earned an infamous, almost mythical reputation among smugglers, criminals, and prominent figures of the underworld. Even the mere mention of her name sets the locals on edge. So many local Batuans wonder whether she will finally make an appearance now that the First Order has arrived on the Blackspire Outpost, but she remains hidden, preferring to run her cantina and the outpost in the shadows. You can run some missions for Oga in Galaxy's Edge and on Batu, if you so choose, whether that's as a smuggler or not. But you should be careful talking about her when you decide to visit the planet. She features a lot of different things, including a secret menu item that runs at about $18 of Earth credits. It's called the Bloody Rancor. Just as we mentioned earlier, Bloody Marys, don't get them, don't like them. But there is one there if you want one, if that is your cup of tea. Well, I will say, bringing up those Rancors, like we said, we don't really like beer, but they do have a very interesting product served in very rare and exquisite Rancor teeth, which is a little beer flight of different types of beers, all in hollowed out Rancor teeth, which begs the question, where does Olga get Rancor teeth?
It's a good question.
That one makes my collar tighten, you know, that one.
Yeah.
That one makes me feel a little skeeved out, knowing that Olga has a very wide surplus of Rancor teeth.
Yeah, speaking of that beer flight, so it is $85 for the sampling of the beer. And the
Oh my, sorry.
Your wallets cough a little.
I took that personally.
Each beer featured is the Gold Squadron Lager, White Wampa Ale, Gamorrean Ale, and the Bad Motivator IPA. Gold Squadron Lager is also on tap. All of these are on tap. It has lavender and plum flavors. The White Wampa is, I can't say that word, and it has banana and citrus. Gamorrean Ale is a red...
You can't say the word. Text it to me.
Okay.
Text it to me, even though you... I want to know.
The Gamorrean Ale is red...
Is it just something that would get us, like, demonetized?
No, I just straight up cannot say it. If I say it, I will mess it up. So,
Oh, no, wait. Let's see if I...
It's probably like a type of beer that I can't say.
Hefeweizen.
Yeah, Hefeweizen
We'll
with a
say
banana
that.
and citrus character.
I'm gonna look up the pronunciation.
The Gamorrean Ale is red ale with roasted caramel, hop character, and touch of grapefruit. And the Bad Motivator IPA is tropical India pale ale with galaxy and comet hops. Also, kind of under that category is the cider, which is the Spice Runner hard cider. Hard apple cider with vibrant red color and spices. And then the other ones are the wine. You can get Alderanian Tonneray wine. Teal-colored, refreshing, crisp style.
The rarest stuff in the galaxy, especially since, you know, Alderaan is no more. But,
the sound effect.
This is how you pronounce this very weird Earth word. It's part of the Earth language, German. Of course.
Of course.
And it's pronounced Hefeweizen.
Ooh. Hefeweizen?
Hefeweizen.
Okay. That is the White Wampa Ale.
That's the White Wampa Ale. Does that mean Wampas are German?
That's a good question.
That's a very good question that we will beg for another time.
Yeah. The other wine available is called the Imperial Guard, fully clad crimson colored, nicely focused red cherry and raspberry aromas combined with robust red berry fruit flavors, touch of caramel, dark chocolate, and spice with long supple tannins. These are all of the afternoon offerings. Olga also has morning offerings.
Are we looking at every drink at Olga's Cantina?
We sure are. We're almost done.
Do you just want to rate? Do you want to rate the ones that you tried personally? I mean, like, have you tried all of them?
Mm-hmm. Most of them. So when
you've tried almost every drink. Oh my god.
Yeah. There's only one that
impressive.
I haven't tried. One.
What's that one?
The one that I haven't tried is the T16 Skyhopper. I'll tell you why. Remember how I kept saying I don't like milk? There's half and half in it. I don't want that. I don't want it.
Why would you put half and half in a drink that isn't coffee?
It's Tito's handmade vodka, Bull's melon liquor, kiwi, and half. And it does not sound appealing. It doesn't look appealing. I don't want it.
Yucky.
It comes with a cookie,
Yucky,
I think.
Yucky.
And I don't want that either. So
Comes with a cookie?
I think. There's a few that come with cookies.
I'll pay the same price, I just want the cookie.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's $16, so maybe don't pay $16 for the cookie. But we'll go to the top for the non-alcoholic specialty beverages. So these are for our whole wide audience. We got.
Are you implying that all of our audience is underage? That could be incredibly discriminating.
I assume that at least half of our audience is under the age of 21, and then the other half is above.
I mean, that's bold to assume.
It is bold to assume. I only know that we have listeners that have children, so that's what I'm trying to include.
Isn't looking up, oh, Mom, Dad, can we listen to Castle Run Weekly?
You don't know that. We have audience members with children that are that age.
you might just be right. I don't know why. I was just about to say, like, if you are a child, leave a comment and subscribe.
Oh my god. Yeah, we're not live.
I don't know why.
Most of our audience is adults, but
so
this is for everyone. And, some adults don't drink alcohol. Some adults may not want alcohol when they go and visit Batu. So here are the non-alcoholic specialty beverages. I'm going to kind of just run through these except for one of them. Black Spire Brew is a cold brew Joffrey's coffee with honey, falernum, passion fruit, and citrus. Blue Bantha, blue milk served chilled with Bantha-inspired vanilla butter sugar cookie. That's a cookie. Carbon Freeze, Powerade, lemon lime, wild strawberry, blueberry, green apple popping pearls. That one's good. Cliff Dweller, citrus juices, coconut, hibiscus grenadine, and ginger ale. Hyperdrive Punch It, had this one. Powerade Mountain Berry Blast, white cranberry juice, black cherry puree, and Sprite. Very good, $6. Perfect. Java Juice, Simply Orange with pineapple, kiwi, cantaloupe, and blueberry popping pearls. Oga's Obsession, lemonade, cotton candy flavor, and blueberry popping pearls with bursting dried fruit mixture. And the Blurg Fire, lemonade, pomegranate juice, and habanero lime. Habanero lime sounds horrible. That
all
sounds like
those do sound really tasty. A lot of those are actually in Strono Tug's official cookbook.
Ooh, yummy.
This is a shout out to you, Cookie. That's his nickname. We're on that kind of basis. I didn't know if you knew that. It's not like you ever pay attention, It's not like, But I'll just say he's a great guy. At first you get like a kind of sketchy vibe because, his species tends to be a little, I'm just going to say it, ugly. He says it himself. He's said the word himself. So, it's not like it's the bad thing to say. He admits it.
That's fair.
But he knows that he can make life very enjoyable through cooking, and he has. Oh, I dropped something. He has some of the. Hey, Seed, can you pick that up for me? It's closer on your side.
Yeah, I got it. No.
Oh, thank you.
Too bad.
It was my wallet.
Staying on the ground.
It was my wallet. Thank you. Oh. So, yeah, good old friend Strono, great friend of ours.
Great friend of
Where
Brody's.
was I going with this?
I don't know.
Where was I going with this bit?
I don't know, something about a cookie. And he's ugly.
Oh, yes, his cookbook. He had a few of those drinks, like the Carbon Freeze. Mm-hmm. That has the popping pearls in it, right?
A lot of them do, but yeah, that one's the only non-alcoholic I've tried.
Green apple. I really want to try the green apple pearls. Something about that looks really tasty. And I've also had like what the Earthlings call boba tea, probably inspired by the Great Bounty Hunter, because of how exquisite
poppin' he is.
It is.
Nothing. This is a stupid joke.
No. Tell me.
I said because of how
the same body, so you're gonna have to tell me eventually.
Because of how poppin' he is. See?
Fair. I would say if Boba Fett is anything, he is poppin'.
He's poppin'. Oh my god.
I've made at home. I've made a few of the drinks, including the Cliff Dweller, and it was very, very tasty. I haven't tried the official one, but I think I might spare myself that adventure during upcoming trips.
Yeah,
to Batu.
I highly recommend the Hyperdrive Punch It and the Carbon Freeze. Both are amazing. Those are
probably the two that I'm gonna get.
Yeah, they're so good. The Blue Bantha.
I want one alcoholic beverage.
We're gonna get to those, and I've tried all of those except for like the one I said earlier. The Blue Bantha is gonna be the milky one that I was talking about. So like, that's the milkshake version of
I remember
blue
hearing
milk.
you, and I remember hearing you say it was bad, and even the cookie was bad.
Don't want to ever have it again. They could have gotten better.
It's a shame, I was excited for that, but then I heard that the cookie tasted like it came from a plastic bag. Yeah. And
cookie was dry.
Me.
Yeah, it's sad. But don't let us decide for you.
Batu starts losing. If Batu starts losing, a decent contingent of economy because no one's ordering the Blue Bantha, we have Seed to blame.
Yep.
So
I was gonna deny it, but yeah, that's right. You're right.
Technically, technically, legally, we don't count as the same person. So it's like Seed can be sued, but
You
I will
know,
be sued alongside her. So
while that's fair,
No,
you
it's-
then have to
it's very-
live next to me while I'm being sued with all of the bad attitude that I'm having. So you better help me get out of it.
well, I have all the rights to play video games on my phone. So
And that's fair, but I also have
like,
all the rights to
technically,
kick
legally,
you.
I'm not even there.
To kick you
The
when
worst
I'm
thing
mad
is
about
no
getting
one
sued.
tailors half suits. Nobody tailors half suits in this quadrant. It's like when you need to dress official, you wear a bit more official outfit with the shoulder pads and everything. I'm still gonna wear like a tank top and like my basketball shorts and just be like, "Is this over? I've got a COD match with my friends and I gotta play."
So I'm gonna lose the court battle because of Brode. So you guys heard it here first.
Well,
Take him down, team.
Because of me, listen,
It's because of you.
you're the one who committed tax
Lack-
fraud. I'm
lack
saying
of
it, I'm saying
support.
it, but we're moving. Listen, we're moving on.
We are moving on. I gotta
How
talk
about
about these
the,
specialty
The
cocktails.
adult beverages.
Yeah.
It's been
So-
like 2 hours.
It has been an hour, to be specific. Specialty cocktails available at Oga's. Again, we're going to barrel through these, but I am going to give you my rating for them. Bespin Fizz, Bacardi Superior Rum, Yuzu Puree, Pomegranate Juice, White Cranberry Juice, and Cloud Swirl. 10 out of 10, makes your tongue go numb. Well,
Ooh,
doesn't make your... No, that's not the one that makes your tongue go
we
numb.
call that the
That
Jar Jar
one...
special.
Bespin Fizz is one that has like smoke coming up from it. It's great. Dagobah Slug Slinger, Herradura Reposado Tequila. Sorry, I'm white. Bull's Blue Sirocco, citrus juices, ginger herbs, and bitters. Didn't like it because I don't like ginger. That's not anybody else's fault but mine. 5 out of 10. Fuzzy Tauntaun. This is my favorite drink. 25 out of 10. Peach vodka, peach schnapps, orange juice with
Really?
tangerine, pure cane sugar, and buzz button tingling foam. It makes your tongue go numb.
We're gonna have to share a fuzzy tauntaun.
You cannot chug a
that's
fuzzy
what this
tauntaun. Don't do it. Highly do
You have
not
to
recommend.
Little sips at a time.
Little sips, let your tongue go numb. Little
I mean, I don't
sips some
plan
more.
on chugging nothing. I plan on enjoying every last sip.
Good, because all of these are anywhere between $16 and $20, not including my other favorite drink, the Yub Nub, which is $45 if you get it in the souvenir Endor mug. It's beautiful and well worth it, but I still have not done it because it's a lot of money. It is.
Might have to take up that opportunity
Yeah.
to get a nice looking mug.
It's awesome.
You drank from the mug, but you didn't get it.
Yes, you can ask for the mug. You can ask for the mug. Sometimes
not
it also
buy it.
already comes in the mug, but without paying for it. You say, hi, I'd like to, I want the Yub Nub in the mug, but I don't want to keep the mug. And they'll say, okay. It is Malibu Pineapple
don't
Rum,
have
Sailor
a mug
Jerry
currently.
Spiced Rum. What? What?
You don't have a mug currently.
No.
You
Eventually I'll
don't
get
have
it.
like the mug. You just drank. You just drank for fun.
I just drank from the mug. Citrus juices, passion fruit. It's very good. It's a fruity drink kind of thing. Also 25 out of 10. Jedi Mind Trick. Kettle One, Botanical Grapefruit and Rose Vodka, John D. Taylor's Velvet Falernum, Bull's Blue Sirocco, White Grape Juice, Lime Juice, and Grapefruit Bitters. Very good. Pretty small. Kind of cute. Jet Juice, Maker's Mark Bourbon, Ancho Reyes Chile Liquor, Sadia Acai Liquor, White Grape Juice, and Lemon Juice. Also pretty good. Not my favorite, only because of the bourbon. I talked about the T16 Skyhopper. Why are you putting half and half in liquor? Don't do that.
Yuck. Sad.
The Outer Rim, Patron Silver Tequila, Sadia Acai Liquor, Lime Juice, Pure Cane Sugar, Black Salt, and Exotic Fruit Puree. Very good. Very tequila-y. If you've had tequila, you know exactly what I mean. And the Rhodian Ration, Tito's Handmade Vodka, De Kuyper Pucker Sour Apple, Green Apple Sprite, and Boba Balls with a pop. Again, I don't love Boba Balls, but they are a really cool addition to all of the beverages at Oga's. Probably a 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10. I think I went through all of them. Outer Rim, I would say like 7 out of 10. Jet Juice, 6. Jedi Mind Trick, 8. Okay, that's it. Covered them. I'm not going to do Oga's breakfast menu. But for those of you that are curious, she does have a breakfast menu. There are a couple of different non-alcoholic beverages. There is one specific alcoholic beverage, that it's a coffee-based alcoholic beverage. And then they have regular coffees, regular like apple and orange juice. Highly, highly recommend Mustafarian cinnamon roll. So good. Cinnamon roll, but
I heard
spicy.
That is really tasty.
It's so good. And then they have some like oats. And that's it for
love me
Oga's.
some fresh oats.
Fresh oats. It's like an oat fruit mix. So that's it for Oga's. Highly recommend going there and getting a reservation to do so. You do have to have a park reservation and then a dining reservation.
Wow. I wonder if, and also, conveniently, the Road and Seed trip has been fully booked, so nobody else could interfere. You know, we've sometimes got some paparazzi, and we say, oh, we're going to be here at this time, and we get flooded. But luckily, we all those reservations are full, so tough luck, paparazzi. You ain't interfering on this
Can't get in.
Experience.
All right,
So-
what do you have next for us?
I was going to say, I could only imagine that Chalman's Cantina on Tatooine has very similar drinks. You know, because how many people would, stay there so often if there weren't so many delectable
Good beverages. Yeah, I agree.
So, we cut into The Empire Strikes Back. Some may consider this to be the best Star Wars film. And, I don't blame them. It's a very good film.
I agree.
So, the first thing that is consumed in The Empire Strikes Back is a delicious furred lizard called a tauntaun. Did you know that
Furred
tauntauns
lizard.
are reptiles?
I did know that. I don't know.
It's a fact that not many people know.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it really, but
I think it's fine because they look like dinosaurs.
they do look like dinos.
They're like a mammalian reptile.
Yeah,
How does that work? It's Star Wars.
it's
Who
Star
cares?
Wars. It doesn't matter.
So
It's faking in space.
tauntauns are pretty cute.
They're
I'd
so
give one a
cute.
smooch.
I love them.
I'd
You know,
give
they're
them a
pretty
little pat on the
snotty.
head, say everything's okay.
Yeah,
Huh?
they're pretty like snotty. So maybe like kiss the
Oh,
fur,
yeah.
not the face.
I'd kiss him on the forehead.
That's
Give him
good.
a big old forehead smooch.
Yeah,
Um,
good spot.
So we see a very furious and hungry Wampa devouring a poor tauntaun who has a name,
Tauntaun.
but I just can't remember it at this time because
Okay.
it was stated in the from a certain point of view from Empire Strikes Back. But what do you think? What kind of meat of the planet Earth would you compare the tauntaun to?
Ooh,
I would personally compare it similar to maybe like a gumbo. Since it's a reptile, do you think it kind of has like a crocodilian?
I was about to say, what are you
Flair.
talking about? A gumbo? A gumbo, the food, not a gumbo, an animal. I was like, what is
No.
what is a gumbo?
Have you ever seen a gumbo in the wild? No, like it would taste like gumbo food.
The food. That's what I was. I was like, hold on, Brody, what's going on? Yeah, I was going to lean more towards like alligator, gator tail, kind of
Yeah, I
chewy.
would definitely
Still tastes
say-
like chicken.
Yeah, kind of chewy. I would say, definitely. But when the the wampa is eating it, does look like more of a red meat.
Is it okay?
So I would say maybe it would be like a combination of alligator and maybe like bison. I would say like alligator and bison fusion.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe it's both. Maybe it's chewy like gator, but because it's a red meat, it's more of like a beefy
Yeah,
texture.
so it's kind of like a chewy beef.
Ew.
That's probably one of the most disgusting things I've ever said in my life. So how would you rate if someone got you a
God.
plate of delicious tauntaun gumbo? How do you think you'd like that?
You know,
I personally don't like gumbo, so I would probably give it a 4 out of 10.
I do like gumbo, and I like gator, and I like beef. So, that being said, I'd probably say like 8 out of 10.
All right. Well, where I like to eat most of my time on the planet Earth, there are not a lot of gators around. But when we go to Seed's favorite place to, I guess, live around, there are plenty of gators.
Lots of gators.
So where I like to eat, there's the gumbo is not that great because it's all imported gator. So I guess I can't really say for sure that I like gumbo or not, but I'll have to try some actual genuine stuff.
Yeah, we'll get you some gator tail. You can have the Earthlings version of a tauntaun.
Scales and all?
No. Crispy fried.
Bones?
No.
Sorry,
not unless you
Troigs
want them
love
that way.
Well, I do, but Seed's doing like this new thing that all the young kids are doing. I'm still not a fan of it. It's pretty much like veganism, but for troigs, and that's just not eating enough bones.
No bones.
I love them. I love bones.
No bones in our diet. No bones in my side of the stomach. How about that?
Fine, sure. As long as you'll still respect me eating my bones.
That's fine.
And you won't cry like a little snowflake with me eating my bones. So, the next food. Just moving on from that.
It's too much. What's the next food?
The next food is Luke Skywalker's food rations.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Thor.
Luke Skywalker. The hand of Luke Skywalker quickly consumed by Ugnaughts soon after the duel on Bespin.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. You just did just enough of a pause for me to be like, what?
I saw your eyes widen and I thought you were like, oh, I didn't expect this, but no, you literally thought I meant Luke Skywalker's severed hand.
Yep. Anyways, Luke Skywalker's what?
Food rations.
Okay.
Which I described as a tackle box full of Tic Tac, sesame sticks, and crackers.
Oh, okay, now I recall where we're at. Okay.
We are on the... Okay.
Close your eyes. Imagine that you are on the swamp planet of Dagobah. There's a little green pointed-eared figure eating your food. That's it.
So...
Set the scene.
That would be like a horrible, because people do like ASMR scenarios.
Yeah.
That would just be one where it's just like, well, actually no, people actually make that kind of stuff where it's like Yoda eating a cheeseburger.
Oh my god,
for
ew.
15 minutes and you just hear like,
Gross.
That's a pickle.
Ew.
Like that, and those things have like millions of views.
That's horrible.
Wow, we actually produce content that we, put our heart and soul into, and what do we get? Like three views?
Three views. Are you kidding me?
Every millennia. So,
more than that, we appreciate you guys.
A man on the planet Earth named Mark Hamill who has a very great semblance to Luke Skywalker, I must say. They're practically identical.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, do we have a doppelganger troig on another planet? Makes you think.
Probably.
Makes you think how many doppelgangers there are, because they might not just be on our planet. They might be anywhere.
Maybe Frodo beat our doppelganger.
Oh, crap.
Frick.
Dude, they're... Oh, my God. There are doppelgangers.
They're doppelganger.
So, Mark Hamill... an actor, has eaten the same food rations probably delivered from the Republic as a love letter to be like, hey, we love your acting skills.
Okay.
Here's some food rations. And he's claimed that it had very bland food in it. It was never meant for, luxury food. It was, rations. I'm sorry. I had too many bones. It started to upset my stomach. But the rations are just meant to sustain somebody for extended periods of unable to escape a certain atmosphere. So, like I said, it has similar foods to what Earthlings call Tic Tacs, sesame sticks, and crackers. While we have crackers. Star Wars worlds have crackers.
Yeah.
That's a well-known.
Everybody has to have crackers because they go with everything.
I would probably say this would taste pretty upsetting Because, have you ever had sesame sticks? They're not really the greatest thing in the world. Even Yoda, when he eats some, he's like, ugh. Like, how you get so big eating food such as this? Like, whatever he says.
I don't remember, but that's funny.
He, like, eats the little steak. He's like, ugh, how could you eat this stuff? Like, he gets really upset about it. And then he gives him some superior food, which we're going to get to in a second.
Mm-hmm.
But, what do you think about the flavor and the rating?
I'm going to go with, since it's boring and bland and probably dry on a swamp planet where I can't get fresh water very easily because they don't have the life straw.
Apparently, there's a lot of mints on that tray.
Since I don't have the life straw to filter the swamp water.
I have a life straw. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I should get one.
I'll let you borrow it.
Yeah, you gotta let me borrow it on the swamp planet when I have the bland food.
It's in this drawer. Hold on. Here you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can drink out of a puddle. You can drink acid probably, and it'll come out through like as water.
Come out as water.
Yeah.
Please do not do that. We do not endorse drinking acid out of the life straw.
Do you think
that's
it would
a lie.
Extract,
don't do that.
The water from like blood?
No.
Has anyone tested that?
I don't know, but it sounds like a bad idea.
I think
it sounds like
next culinary pursuit, we should go and drink blood with our life straws.
I would have to disagree.
What is
that?
First it was bones, now it's blood.
Yeah, that sounds like a bad idea.
I'm starting to think that you're not even my other half.
Sounds unsafe. We will go to Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital and get taken apart by McDreamy and team. Okay, they've done split twin things before.
It'd be really great if I didn't, if I got that reference, but I slept through most of Steve's watchings of Grey's Anatomy. I'd look and I'd see like two people kissing, and I'd be like, and go back to sleep.
Well, maybe somebody listening gets it, but
hopefully they do. Shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
Good taste.
Yeah, and shout out to not Brody for having bad taste.
That hurt. But anyways, I would rate it a 5 out of 10 because it doesn't taste like much, but I'd use it to survive. Probably what Luke Skywalker had the intention of using it for.
I would go 3 out of 10 because it sucks and it makes my mouth dry.
Unlike bones. I'm sorry. Like, now that we brought it up, I cannot get it off my mind.
It's
I
fine.
just don't know how you can enjoy a good plate of bones.
Too crunchy. It's too crunchy. Don't give me any of that.
Up next on the food, I've got a joke one here for you.
Oh, okay. Bring it on.
The Millennium Falcon.
As food?
Devoured by an exegort. That's the space slug for anyone who doesn't
slug.
know.
Oh my god.
The exegort slug tends to burrow and nest inside of asteroids, and Han Solo and crew believed that they were hiding inside of a cave until when they walked out after getting assaulted by some Minox. Great cooking, fantastic bones, and they noticed that the floor was kind of damp and squishy, and then they shot what they thought was the cave walls, but was actually
slug's
lining.
mouth.
And they noticed that they're in a living thing, and they got out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, the Millennium Falcon was food. How would you rate the Millennium Falcon as food?
Also too crunchy. But if I was a space slug, if I was not a troig and I was a space slug, 10 out of 10. Because it has
absolutely
wiring, is crunchy, has people inside of it.
Exactly. And droids extra. One that's gold, which is really shiny. I would just love the...
As a troig,
delicious.
I would say negative 10 out of 10.
-10 out of 10 for
Yes.
being a
Would
for being
not
a
eat
troig.
Would not eat
It would
Millennium
take
Falcon.
us a while, and we would probably get shot before we would even get 3 bites out of it.
Correct. Han would not let it happen.
Or even Hondo, if we're going
Oh
to
my God.
that too.
Yeah.
Because Han, if you didn't see,
So
if you didn't get the memo, I just dragged my thumb across my neck, simulating a knife. So, the final food from Empire Strikes Back is Yoda's root leaf stew.
Woo!
That's
Okay.
probably what inspired most of this, other than the blue milk. This was one I was really excited to review.
Yeah.
It's made of tree roots and swamp weeds, and boiled for 10 minutes, and it tastes very sour and pungent.
Pungent?
Pungent, like it has
Oh,
a kick to it,
gross.
like beets, I suppose.
Never had a beet.
You've never had a beet?
No.
Wow. They're all right. It depends how you make them.
Like garlicky. Is that like a pungent flavor?
That's got a kick to it, but it's more of like an earthy kick.
Okay.
Like
okay.
it tasted like if you a little kind
Okay.
of like the taste of dirt a little bit, but it also
That's what I
has
was
like
about
a
to say.
zing.
Okay. All right.
So
what do you give it?
I'd probably give it 4 out of 10.
4 out of
Our
10.
first 4 out of 10 review.
Okay.
Because if I was Yoda, I'd probably love it because it's apparently packed full of nutrients.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very nutritious,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also a kale smoothie. If it's just kale, it's very overwhelming with flavor. But I'm sure if you put in a couple extra little things that you can't really obtain on the planet Dagobah, you could really make a good root beef stew.
Then I'm gonna go with like a 3 out of 10 because it's a stew, so at least it's a liquid on this weird swampy planet where there might not be too many actually consumable liquid.
I assume
liquids.
that if you boil the water for a while, it'll start cleaning it out a little bit. Kind of turn it into
Maybe.
because what is it called when you boil water and it has it's all clean because all the impurities burnt out of it.
Purify?
No, there's a specific you could buy water bottles of it.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know.
It's a word.
I don't know. Somebody out there's
gonna,
yelling at us.
I'm gonna listen to this later
And then no.
And
Remember.
be like, it's this.
You idiots.
It's annoying. So that's pretty much it for The Empire Strikes Back, and we're going to wrap up the original trilogy with a couple things that are on here.
Okay.
There is the Klaatuine patty frog, which is what the little wriggling creature in Jabba's mitts that he eats whole.
Wow. Okay. I thought that was a Gorg, too.
No, it's a different thing.
Okay.
That's a patty fish.
Patty fish.
Or patty frog.
Patty frog. Okay.
Patty frog.
What
Patty
else?
frog. There's not really much of it other than it's a very rare delicacy.
Oh.
So rare that Jabba had his own little aquarium perched right next to his seating area. That's like a little aquarium that he just dives his hand into, eats it whole, probably
Disgusting.
not even chewing, lick his chops, and watch someone dance.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. What do you give that?
I would probably say, since it's a delicacy, I could imagine it kind of has the same feel as caviar.
Okay.
It's an exotic kind of treat. Something obviously you can't obtain on Tatooine since it's Klaatunian. Which, if you remember the Klaatunians, those are the raiders from The Mandalorian.
Right.
That had the outfitted ATST. So they're a little ways away. So it's yeah.
I'm gonna say.
I would rate,
Huh?
what?
Go ahead.
I'd probably rate it a 6 out of 10. I've never
6
had
out
it
of 10.
since it's very rare to obtain, but I can imagine it's delicious, but I cannot say for certain. So 6 out of 10 I feel is the very basic. I have no good things to say, but I also have no bad things to say.
I would say, considering that a lot of the times people that spend a lot of money on things like caviar are spending it because it's a lot of money and not because it tastes good, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. Because...
I mean, it says that it's Jabba's favorite. So,
and that can't be good.
I can imagine he's like that kind of like gourmand. Like, he's a Hutt and he needs to eat a lot
but it's
to keep up his body.
Probably fishy and disgusting.
Mm.
So, just like caviar, it's fishy and weird and an odd texture. And he also eats them whole. I would probably want it prepared.
Yeah, that's fair. I would say if I had, like, prepared patty frog, maybe. But if it's, raw, unprepared patty frog, probably not.
Clatoon.
So, here's something
patty
that is...
Ew.
What?
Nothing.
Did you Google patty frog?
I did. It's disgusting.
What? Hold on, wait. I'm trying to find the exact image. Patty frog.
It is gross. Biology and appearance.
That does look pretty gross.
Mm.
Man, that thing is why has it got so many tendrils?
It's got tentacles and what looks like hair, and the tentacles look like earthworms.
They do look exactly like worms.
And then the bottom half of it looks like a frog, and the top half looks like an octopus.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's not good. It is not good. There's no way that's
not
good.
good at all. So, we're just gonna walk away from that. Oh yeah, I got a new phone background.
Nice.
It's pretty great.
Ridiculous.
It's Anakin slicing a youngling instead of slicing a Shura fruit.
So mean.
Great.
Anyways, what's our next one for Return of the Jedi? Or is that it?
There's another.
Okay.
Gamorreans. The anthropomorphic pig species eaten by a rancor.
Yes.
So were Twi'leks, but I count that as borderline cannibalism.
Yes.
Because they are very close to humans. So, these Gamorreans, I feel like they're more pig than man, since they don't really speak much English.
That's fair.
I would imagine that they taste just like pork, and if that's the case, I give them an 8 out of 10.
I agree. I literally have no discussion for that one, because, yeah, same.
If it does theoretically taste just like pork.
Yes.
Then yes.
If that's the case,
absolutely.
then yeah, I agree. I interrupt this podcast for a quick photo for the story. Oh, hold on, your eyes were closed. I'll count it down this time. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
I feel like I've got crazy eyes to keep them open.
They were closed.
They were closed again? Are you serious? How?
I don't know.
Show me the picture.
I don't know.
Me the picture.
Here, I'll show you. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Maybe it's just the angle.
Is it just the angle?
I think it's just the angle. It's okay. This one's good. It's not bad. Okay. All right, and continue.
Okay. I feel like that's going to be... At least we didn't go with the one where I had the beta male smile.
The beta male smile? What is that?
Apparently it's supposedly like a genetic thing where it's like people who are weaker, like they're like beta males compared to like alpha males. They like, because apparently like beta chimpanzees show their teeth as a sign of like submission. Mm-hmm. So when people smile like this, like like with the teeth out and the mouth like agape instead of just like a just a basic teeth smile. Yeah. Apparently that's a sign of submission. But humans are not chimpanzees, and neither are troigs. Neither are troigs. Troigs are not chimpanzees. Neither are troigs. We're probably one of the farthest things from chimpanzees. I don't even know. Are we primates? We're not primates.
No.
We're
absolutely not.
I don't know what we are. Are we reptiles? I feel like the closest thing we'd be to is a reptile.
I agree.
Anything. don't really know much about our species, which is concerning.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like we've got better things to do than worry about our purpose. Our purpose is reviewing delicious food.
Yes.
And that's what we're going to keep doing with our next delicious meal.
Mm-hmm.
An unnamed tusked species, also known as Ewok bait, which is what Chewbacca goes after and gets everybody captured because he's hungry.
Chewbacca.
Much like us Troigs, we're very hungry.
Chewbacca
right
always
now, talking
thinking
about a lot of this
with his
food.
tummy.
I'm probably gonna eat some delicious deviled Bacobi eggs after this. I'm slowly scrumping umptious. So how would you rate?
Deviled eggs?
Huh?
Sorry, I was posting that thing. Deviled eggs?
Deviled Bacobi eggs.
What is
Bacobies
that?
Bacobies are from Naboo. You know, you might have remembered if you ever focused, on when I make food.
Sorry.
Listen, after this podcast is done, there's going to be a very heated discussion.
About eating the food that you cook.
And it's not like, we get to skip this. We always have to face our problems.
That's fair, I guess.
Well, we can't be just like, I'm going to go to my room. Because we have the
same room.
We can't leave.
It's fine.
Oh, what if we just engineered something where there's just like a door that kind of closes just like in the middle of our frame? So we have our own little room. You have your own little room.
Mm-hmm. Can't see each other.
Yeah, can't see each other.
Perfect.
Can't hear each other.
Can't hear each other. Can't speak.
Absolutely.
All right.
So, this unnamed tusk species, we don't even have to rate it because it's just gross.
It's gross.
But I'd compare it to a deer.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if cooked, it would taste like delicious venison.
I agree.
Which I would probably say is one of the best meats there is.
I also agree.
Venison is so tasty.
Yes.
And there's a lot of deer out there.
Best in a stew.
They're an invasive species on the planet Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of,
in most areas.
In most areas, especially in the places where I like to eat, lot of deer.
Yeah.
A lot of deer. You can almost not have a day go by without seeing deer.
Yeah.
So yeah, venison. And that is the end of the original trilogy. So we're going to continue with more of the delicious back to restaurante locations.
So we're going to do 2 snack stands that Batu features. The first being Katsaka's Kettle stand. Currently closed. Hopefully will reopen at some point soon. Features 2 different mixes of popcorn style foods. One is called the Outpost Mix. It's a colorful blend of sweet and spicy flavors. It is popped in coconut oil. And then the other one is the Galaxy Green Popcorn. I believe it's also popped in coconut oil, and it's just green instead of like red and yellow and different colors. You can also get Black Spire Hot Chocolate. It has hints of orange and spices, alongside what you can get at different beverage stands, the bottled orb soda or bottled orb water.
And that's Katsaka's Kettle?
Katsaka's Kettle. You can get a MSE 6...
closed as of right now.
It is. MSE 6 series Repair Droid souvenir popcorn vessel as well. I do not have the price on that vessel. Katsaka's closed.
Buy it because, I make bad decisions.
Yeah. Closed until further notice. We do not know when, but we'll let you know, or Disney will let you know whenever that changes. The other stand is my favorite food in all of Batu.
Which I'm really happy has online ordering. So you
Ronto,
can order it and then pick it up right there.
You have to. You have to order online ordering now.
You have to. So it's not even like, I may or may not. Okay.
Yeah, so you order it and then you get in line and then they call your name. Or you order it and then you stay in the area.
Right next to the big pod racer?
Yes, you can. You can eat by there as well.
Delicious.
Yes. So Ronto Roasters, as Brody just mentioned, or as Brode just mentioned, is right next to a giant pod engine that heats your Ronto. You will see droids rotating the Ronto so that it's crispy to your liking. And you will put in an order through your little data pad. And when your name is called, your order number is called, you will go up and get it. Ronto Roasters features the Patty Frog Sipper. That's new, I think, because I didn't see that before. It is $15.99, $17.49 if you get the Tatooine Sunset drink with it, which I'll go ahead and read that to you now, I think. Tatooine Sunset is unsweetened tea, lemonade, melon, and blueberry. Very good. The other
sounds very lovely.
Yeah. The other non-alcoholic beverage is the Sour Sarlacc. It is limeade, raspberry, and spicy mango. Also very good.
Spicy mango.
I know. The snacks
yum.
are the most important part. Snacks and sandwiches that you can get at Ronto Roasters. Breakfast, Ronto morning wrap. Egg, omelet, grilled pork sausage, shredded cheese, peppercorn sauce wrapped in pita. Basically,
I've seen that. They also added some new plant-based options with a significant lack of bones. You won't see me eating them, but I'm sure you're very happy that they have boneless options.
Boneless options.
At Ronto Roasters.
I do love a boneless option. So, the Triple Suns breakfast wrapped is the plant-based egg, quote unquote, smoky chickpea onion slaw and roasted tomato sauce wrapped in warm pita. All of these are wrapped in a pita, so it's very like taco-like, but not a taco.
And if anyone doesn't know what a pita is, I don't know why I feel like I should explain this. It's kind of like a doughy taco shell.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if bread was a taco shell.
Yeah.
That's a good way to describe it. It's very malleable.
Yeah.
You can make like pizzas on it.
You kind of gotta bite through it a little bit.
What?
You gotta like bite through it a little bit, but it's good.
It's kind of like
it's kind of chewy.
Kind of chewy. It's very dense. I would say very dense.
Is a good word.
A solid material. If you threw it at the right direction, you could probably shatter windows with it. And
fair.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think that's...
And then they also feature the same oats that you could get at Oga's, Rising Moon's Overnight Oats, dragon fruit, yogurt, and seasonal fruit. They also have black calf, fountain beverages, and bottled water. The other snacks that you can get, most important snack that you can get is $12.99, is the Ronto wrap. Roasted pork and grilled pork sausage.
I was so busy with my little phone game, I didn't even get to try a Ronto wrap when we visited.
You gotta do the phone game and then take a break for the Ronto wrap. It's got peppercorn sauce, tangy slaw wrapped in pita. There's also...
Sorry, but the hollow tables needed me.
That's fair.
I needed to keep my rank in the squad arena. And, you know, I just gotta maintain
no
that
time
wrap.
for breaks.
I can't lose ever.
They have the Andorian chicken wrap, which is marinated chicken, cucumber relish, herb feta, yogurt sauce. Zucchi wrap is grilled zucchini, smoky chickpea onion slaw, creamy garlic tahini sauce, and fresh cilantro wrapped in a warm pita.
Ooh, I can mess up some tahini sauce right now.
And then there are smaller snacks, the Nuna turkey jerky, choice of sweet or spicy, and the Gama snack sampler, which is turkey jerky, plantains, blue potato chips, pork rinds, and rice crackers for only $10. So the Gama snack sampler.
What a lovely deal.
Galma is also known as the Galma vicinity or district, which is a settlement on the outer rim planet of Batuu. So it's a just tiny little settlement that hosts illegal pod races and droid fights. The village is known for its mechanics, and many of its citizens traveled an hour away by transport to work in Blackspire Outpost.
Do you think... do you think that, like, Batuu needs, like, a new Foden bead?
100%.
Because Foden bead are Tatooine. They're there. They stay there.
But Batuu.
Us, you know, we're travelers. We like to travel. We like to eat a lot of fun food.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that makes me think.
Batuu could use us.
Batuu could definitely use us.
We can call out people's names when their Ronto wraps are ready.
And then we can make weird noises just like Foden bead.
Yeah. We gotta figure out what those are. We gotta do the head thing.
We gotta find our little rhythm.
Oh god, I wish people could see us.
I honestly, yeah. I don't know if that's what you should just take, like, what are those things on Instagram? Like
just a clip?
It's like...
Do a reel? A boomerang?
Yeah, or not a reel, but it's the one that goes to, like, people are like...
The boomerang?
Boomerang, that's it, boomerang. You should totally do a boomerang for Instagram when we're like...
We'll do it right now. We'll do it right now while I read the Ronto description. So if you're wondering what excuse me, what a Ronto is, it's a four-legged saurian herbivore native to the desert world of Tatooine. Skittish yet gentle and strong, they were the favored pack animals and mounts of the indigenous Jawas. So if you remember correctly, it was in the background in the original trilogy, I think.
The
Right?
creature?
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
like
recall
rearing.
ever- Huh?
It's like rearing in the background in the original trilogy or the prequel trilogy.
Wait, dewbacks?
No, Ronto.
Oh,
It's
right,
like,
yes.
and there's a little Jawa with it.
It's the big dinosaur looking one. I have an
Yes.
action figure of it.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
there it is, right
awesome.
on that shelf. You see it?
They're huge. So
Very cool.
that's Ronto Wraps and Katsaka's Kettle. I'll do the biggest and semi-best at the end, but I'll throw it back to Brody for the sequel trilogy right after we do this little boomerang. You ready?
Wait. What side? Wait. What side of the screen am I on?
You're on my right side.
I'm on your right side. You're on my right side. So wait, if we like move like this, it would look like we're conjoined.
No, you gotta move this way.
Oh, I gotta move this way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we're on the same side, technically.
Yes.
So we kind of have the shoulders over.
Yeah.
And we could have like our arm out. You could like hide the phone slightly like over.
This is all I got. This is all I can
Okay,
do.
so we'll start the rhythm.
Hold on. I can't. I can't because my hand's moving. Okay.
Did you try your best?
No, not yet. Hold on. All right. Hands up. Okay.
I'll start the rhythm because I think
It'll be
gonna look better
easier.
on your side. If you follow my rhythm.
Yes. All
And
right.
we go in the same direction. Just
Oh,
like
it's pretty bad.
Brody and Seed are
Look at my
you
neck.
inhale.
Hold on. It's not good.
You have to save it though. You have to save it.
I
You
saved
save
it.
it no matter what.
I
And text
saved
it to me
it.
so I can have it forever.
Okay. It's so bad. Oh, for those that cannot see it, my neck looks like I'm doing like a weird robotic dance move. It's not good.
All right, I promise that none of our viewers' eyes will ever see this footage.
Okay.
But you know that once we do our vlog in Batu, we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to like lock our arms over each other and do it in person.
Yeah, I love that. I'm down for that. Okay.
Oh my god, we should totally just wear like one of those like 2 people shirts, like it's wide enough to fit 2 people, and that's our adventure. That's our
Oh
vlog.
no. People would be like, what is going on?
Okay, back into character.
All right.
Character.
Sequel trilogy.
Topeka, Kansas. Okay, let's go. Sequel trilogy. Let's go. So there's not a whole lot of food in the sequel trilogy.
Okay.
But I will tell you, it has some of the most interesting food. So there are the portions / polystarch bread, which is part of those portions.
Okay. And those are the ones that she puts in water.
Yes. She has like a little tiny... Ray has a tiny little water dish in which she puts this powder with these little green herbs inside of it, which I assume she mixed.
Mm-hmm.
And out came a beautiful bun of bread, which looks very delicious and is an actual practical effect. It took them like weeks to perfect that effect. It happened in real time, and yeah, it was crazy. That was a real effect that was filmed on camera. It wasn't like CGI or anything.
That's awesome. Sorry, I was peeling something
When
off
I
my
learned
teeth.
that, I was just like, yo.
That is cool. What is it? Is it bread?
It's bread. It's bread. It's
Like it's
very
bread that she ate?
yeasty. Yes, it's very yeasty.
Ooh.
It's got a very kind of like yeasty kind of
Maybe like chewy?
little chewy. Like you definitely have to like kind
Right.
of bite into it.
Like a sourdough?
Yes, like sourdough.
Like rough on the outside,
sourdough, but like
chewy-ish?
drier.
Okay.
Dry sourdough.
I love a
That's the way
sourdough.
I describe it. So, yes, dry sourdough loaf.
I love a sourdough.
I'm mixed on sourdough. It depends what you put on it.
That's fair.
But I can't have a PB&J on sourdough. I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
absolutely not.
but I can make a killer tuna melt.
Yeah,
So-
I was gonna say I love a chicken salad.
Ooh,
sourdough.
that's good. That's good. That's
Okay.
nice. That's very, very nice.
So, how would you rate delicious polystarch bread?
Polystarch bread specifically.
Well, that's pretty much what the portions are, yes.
Yeah, because I don't know what the green chewy junk is. Doesn't look
I think
good.
it was like mixed herbs that goes in with it. Let me actually.
Because there's
I
like
should have done this prior.
a green chewy jello plus the herbs that she puts in the bread water.
Yes.
And that's
so-
it.
Okay. These are the delicious portion packs. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a low battery mode screen.
Yeah. Whatever that green junk is.
Okay. Wow, it could be found on a lot of planets. What?
It's probably one of those like mass produced, it's like freeze dried food on Earth.
It's on Coyote, Dagobah, Hoth, Ibar, Jakku, Lothal, Rada, Ryloth, Vordan, Weevo, and Wobani.
Wow.
And it was kind of used by everybody. The Galactic Republic, Galactic Empire. Well, that's how Unkar Plutt got so many portions because he ransacked them from all the crashed Star Destroyers and Rebellion vessels that were crashed there.
That makes sense.
This is, let's see. Ration packs contain food or nutrients to consume when other sources were scarce. They were known by many names, including ration boxes, food packets, food rations, field rations, survival rations, or simply rations. Some of these items could be included in ration packs were ration bars, protein cubes, ration cubes, or nutrient paste. Other rations were identifiable foods such as japa stew and Nuna jerky. So they're pretty much like
jerky.
they're pretty much the MREs of Star Wars.
Nuna jerky is at Ronto
Galaxy's Edge.
Roasters.
So we're gonna have to try some of that jerky.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. For the bread, I would give 6 out of 10. It's probably too dry to be satisfying on a dry planet. But
Yeah.
it's bread, so it's filling and
And
important
it's got
on a dry
nutrients.
planet.
It's
Yeah.
got some nutrients in it. Got a couple little green bits. So yeah, that's pretty much the only food in the Rise of Sky. I mean, not the Rise of Skywalker. I always want to say it, The Force Awakens. But there's also what's it, Maz Kanata's castle. But there's nothing. You can't really zoom in on every item that every patron's eating.
Correct.
So we're gonna move on, and we already covered the green thalasiren milk.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard people pronounce it as Cyrene. So we might have been like Thalasirene. We might have been messing it up this whole time. I heard it in like an official like Disney Star Wars special, like with real Thalasirene milk. Oh.
Yeah, but that's like a guy in Star Wars saying Princess Leia.
Oh yeah, Princess Leia.
Freaking, you're wrong, Dodonna.
Princess Leia.
Incorrect.
Wrong.
Incorrect.
But we have another delicacy on here.
Okay, what's
Roasted porg.
that? Ooh. Oh, 10 out of 10. Yummy. 11 out of 10.
Honestly. Now, here's the fun part. Us, troigs, totally forgot the name of our species there, are big fans of making fun noises. And I want to hear your best impression of a porg right now.
Okay. Hold on. I gotta get in the zone.
If you want, I could play some porg sounds.
Yeah, do
to,
it.
Get you motivated.
Do it.
Do it? Okay,
Do it.
Porg sounds.
This is gonna be so bad. My roommates are gonna be like, oh no, what's going on?
Okay, yeah, here's some porg sound effects.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got it. I think.
Okay. If you could do that big scream from the beginning, that's double points. But
I can't do that, but I think I can do. I think I can do a chirp. That's not it, but it's close enough. It's as close as I can get. I can't do it in the back of my throat.
I I could try if you want to do a couple tries to kind of get to that like sweet spot in the vocal cords.
I can't. No, you do it.
Because it's like,
Yeah. That's better than mine was.
oh god, I think I let some porgs in. I gotta close the window. Hold on. There we go. They almost got in. I saw them flying. They almost got in. My impression was too good.
Impression was too good. You called him over.
My impression was too good. So, 10 out of 10, you'd say?
10 out of 10. So good.
I'd say 10 out of 10.
Like a turkey on Earth Thanksgiving.
Facts. Absolute facts.
That's
Earth
what I'm
Thanksgiving is a great tradition, only because we use it to remember a great race of humans that unfortunately lost a lot of lives due to certain events on a specific country.
I would say an even more specific way to celebrate said Earth Thanksgiving is Indigenous peoples.
Exactly. All indigenous peoples of the world, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, no matter what planet you're from, whether that's, Jakku, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of people that may not be the same species as you.
Mm-hmm. Celebrate the indigenous peoples.
They're trying to get by just as much as you are. And sometimes there are people out there that don't allow, that feel uncomfortable around those kinds of people.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, someone might not like Rhodians because maybe they've had a bad past involving Rhodians. But we all need to know and remember that not a specific species or race is all the same. And we all have to pitch in together so we can make the galaxy a much better place with, a lack of fear and hatred. Because let's be real, those are keys that lead to the dark side.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you see, fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. And hate leads to suffering.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want none of that. So remember, love thy neighbor, no matter what species they may be. I think our neighbor, we haven't seen them in a while, but I'm pretty sure they're, what are those guys called? With the big head? Duros.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
We should invite them over later.
Love a Duros.
We should. Mm-hmm. We should offer them some bones. Totally killed a very impassionate moment.
Oh man! Hey, listen. If Duros eat bones, then all the freedom to them.
Exactly.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry. Some people may be uncomfortable with the way I eat bones, but I'll try my best to do better.
Okay.
But,
just be sensitive.
I'll be sensitive. I'll be cautious with my bones.
Yeah.
And I never do it to upset anybody.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Seed, if I upset you at any point.
You could never.
Discussing about my diet of bones.
Okay.
But we're gonna move on from this. This has been settled. And this is great because we're approaching the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
But the last thing that's mentioned in The Rise of Skywalker is Pasana's delectable sweets.
Yum.
So, I don't know if the Aki have different taste receptors as we do. Mm-hmm. So I wonder how delectable their sweets are. But I can only imagine if they're known for their delectable sweets, they gotta be good.
Right. True.
So I would say 10 out of 10. I haven't even tried it, but it's it's like when you hear about Earthling Swiss chocolate. It's it's good, even though you may not have had it.
Yeah. Fair point. Yeah, I would say I would be looking forward to having Pasana's delectable sweets at any point.
And now we're going to perform a small little lightning round.
From
some of the more iconic and notable foods from the great animated series of Star Wars. So we have from Clone Wars the delicious Yogan fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a little purple fruit with white lines going down with a white center.
Mm-hmm.
I've honestly wanted to I've always wanted to try find a way to make a dessert that looks like Jogan fruits.
Mm-hmm.
Like actual Jogan fruit cake.
Yeah, probably could make cake pops.
Is it Jogan or Yogan?
I think it's either one. could probably make cake pops that look like Yogan fruit.
Oh my god, I know what we gotta do. Star Wars Yogan fruits. It's Jogan fruits.
Okay.
Jogan fruits.
Jogan fruit.
There they are, looking delicious.
Love them.
We can
Delectable
totally make some
sweets.
cake pops looking like that. Absolutely. Get a little fondant.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, would you eat a Jogan fruit?
100%.
What would you think it tastes like?
I think it seems like it's kind of like a jackfruit possibly, or even like a pomegranate.
I was thinking kind of the same thing, or like a durian.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a durian.
So I would say
wait, no. I revoke that statement. I'd say it probably tastes more like a dragon fruit, like a very subtle
dragon
sweetness.
fruit. Yeah. So I would say
sweetness.
probably an 8 out of 10. You know, I love a fruit. But
I do love a good fruit, and I've tried dragon fruit before, and it's not bad. You know, it's very subtle flavor. Earth dragon fruits are very nice.
Yeah.
I'd give it I agree, 8 out of 10. Now we have the delicious Meluran fruit, which you can actually get Meluran juice at I think it's Docking Bay 7, where you can get Meluran juice.
mm-hmm.
But Meluran fruits are from Star Wars Rebels,
Mm-hmm.
and they're this, I'd say, long yellow fruit with various. Would you count them as bumps or spikes?
I feel like spikes. I
feel like spikes, but they're very short.
Yeah.
They're very
Like
stout.
thorns.
And yet they're still tapered. So, mounds. They're little mounds, little hills. And supposedly the favorite fruit of Harrison Jula, galaxy-wide famous general of the rebellion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would say that a Meluran tastes a lot like a durian, because it looks a lot like a durian.
Mm-hmm.
Another spiky fruit from the planet Earth.
Yes. Yeah, I would probably agree. I've never had a durian,
I've had one.
so I don't know what to range my.
It's kind
Right.
of seedy, and it's very similar kind of to jackfruitish, kind of close to like dragon fruit.
So
It's definitely an exotic-looking fruit that doesn't really pack much punch.
Okay, so I'd probably say like 7 out of 10.
Yeah, 7 out of 10. You know, it's a good fruit. It's juicy. I've had very juicy durians before.
Nice.
And I don't know if they're known for being naturally juicy. I thought I've heard that they're like known for being just way too seedy.
Mm-hmm.
Which they got some seedage.
Seedage.
But at least the ones I had. But yeah.
All right. Is that it for our cartoon fruit? Or cartoon
I'll
food?
count the rations that clone troopers had. They had little bars that remind me of those. What are those Earth candy or like the Earth sweets? That's like a flaky like tube with chocolate in the middle.
Granola?
You know that when you bite into it, it's like kind of flaky.
No.
Oh god,
Granola?
I gotta look this up now. What?
Granola?
No, not granola. Hold on, wait.
Granola? Flaky.
Flaky
Nougat? No, nougat's not
chocolate
flaky.
Stick.
Flaky chocolate stick. That sounds horrible.
The Pepperidge Farm Pirouettes. Hold on.
Never heard of that.
Hold on.
That's
It's taking
wacky.
me to Walmart. These jamsters.
Oh, okay.
Those
Yes.
things. I can imagine that they're very similar in mouthfeel and maybe flavor.
Like the chocolate
If anything,
straws.
it might just be a little bit more weedy
That's
and
fair.
less chocolate.
Yeah. More like
I'd imagine it
protein
just
based.
tastes like the flaky outside of one of those little candies.
That's fair. Okay, so to close out our show, I'm going to go over probably one of the most popular locations at on Batu, Docking Bay 7, Food and Cargo.
Where our great friend Strono Tugs cooks all the food.
Correct.
We love you, Strono.
Shout out to Strono. I have personally eaten here with my mom at 5 a.m. Our mom at 5 a.m. On opening day of Batu. Got in line to get into the area of the park. Got put into line for the Millennium Falcon ride at Hondo's Transports. and then immediately was like, well, everything else is either got a long line or is waiting to open, so let's get some breakfast. And I ate this very early in the morning, and it was delicious. So, speed round at Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo. You can get a spork with a travel bag for $11. The breakfast entrees include Bright Sun's breakfast platter, the 3-cheese egg bite, pork sausage, purple potato hash, and a mini Mustafarian lava roll. That's what I have. It's $11. It's incredible. Very good. Mustafarian cinnamon roll, small galactic delight. Basically the same thing. It's a cinnamon roll with spice. Tug's overnight oats, same thing that I mentioned earlier, but this includes mango smoothie and mixed fruit. There is a children's breakfast, which is scrambled egg, purple potatoes, and seasonal fruit. They have black calf, apple juice, chocolate milk, water, and fountain beverages.
I'm a sucker for eggs.
Eggs are so good. Eggs are so good and filling. Specialty non-alcoholic beverages. Moof juice is fruit punch, orange with pineapple, and chipotle pineapple. The sour sarlacc, again, limeade, raspberry, and spicy mango flavors. Morning specialty cocktails include the Takadana Quencher. It's a Bacardi Dragonberry Rum, Blue Sirocco, Simple Orange with Pineapple and Kiwi. It is $15. And then they also do serve the Gold Squadron Lager, a 16-ounce draft of the Golden Lager with lavender and plum flavors. That is just the breakfast menu. We aren't even there yet.
Oh my god.
The lunch and dinner menu is where it's at. So, soup and salad. Roasted Andorian chicken salad. Marinated chicken, mixed greens, roasted veggies, quinoa, pumpkin seeds, and green curry ranch. Haven't had it. Sounds great. Surabat shrimp and noodle salad. Chilled shrimp served with marinated noodles and vegetables. Stir fry. Smoked Kadu pork ribs. Sticky pork ribs, blueberry corn muffin, and cabbage slaw. I haven't had that yet, but it sounds good.
I really want to try the Kadu ribs.
Yeah. Andorian fried chicken tip yip. Crispy chicken with a choice of veggie mashed potatoes with herb gravy or macaroni and cheese and roasted veggies. Batuan beef pot roast.
I'm going to have to go with the mac and cheese.
Yeah, mac and cheese.
My Andorian tip yip.
Batuan beef pot roast is braised beef pot roast, cavatelli pasta, wilted kale, and mushrooms. The plant-based options are hummus garden spread with kefta meatballs, herb hummus, and tomato cucumber relish with pita. Pika pasta rings can also be a youngling or is a youngling meal. Pasta with plant-based meat marinara sauce. Falution, kefta, and hummus garden spread. So again, plant-based meatballs, herb hummus, and tomato cucumber relish with pita. They do feature the Ronto wrap. The only side dish that you have as like an additional option is mac and cheese. There are children's options with things from the Surabat shrimp noodle salad to Takadana veggie dippers and Dorian French fried chicken youngling meal. And then the desserts are the Oi Oi Puff and the Batu Ban. The Oi Oi Puff is a raspberry cream puff with passion fruit mousse, and the Batu Ban is a chocolate cake with white chocolate mousse and coffee custard. The specialty cocktail that they add in the afternoon is the Surly Sarlacc, which is Kettle One botanical grapefruit and rose vodka, limeade, raspberry, and spicy mango flavors.
Oh, I do love me some custard.
Mm-hmm.
Custard is really, really great. And might I just add, I watched the clip that you sent me, and I didn't notice, but we have the same microphone.
Yeah.
Ain't that cool? It's cheap, it's fun, and it does the job good.
Yeah, Danny sent me mine whenever we first got started doing stuff. So as far as me being on the podcast
real good mic.
Very good. To kind of close out Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo, for the reason, you need to know the reason that it's there, and kind of what Brody keeps bringing up is Chef Strono. A multi-purpose transport shuttle docked on top of a large hangar will beckon guests into Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo. It's a designated location for traveling food shuttles. Docked in the hangar is Tug's Grub, a traveling diner for diners traveling, run by Chef Strono, Cookie Tugs. In high demand for his cooking skills, he moves from site to site in a modified Sinar Chal Utilipede transport that can be transformed into a mobile kitchen and restaurant. He travels across the galaxy, allowing him to fill his pantry with exotic ingredients, which he uses to make new and unusual dishes, inspired by his time on Takodana.
Want to know something interesting about Strono Tug's ship?
Yes.
The Utilipede vessels are the same kind that the Pneumoidians use. Like the one that has like the 4 legs that come out of the side and the door opens.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's wacky.
Yeah, hold on, wait. Let me just... Utilipede.
Utilipede. We are coming in at the 2 hour, not coming in at the 2 hour mark. We have passed the 2 hour mark. So if you've made it this far, we greatly appreciate you. If you took a break, you came back, and now you're at the end, greatly appreciate you. Please share with your friends. We kind of go through these fluctuations of being more active and then also being less active. This is probably a good time for me to say this too. I will be on the road soon, so I will not be able to record podcasts while I'm on the road for about a month or two, and I'll be moving. So if we do not get enough backlogged in time, there will not be podcasts for the month of June and July. So if you're looking for any content, please make sure that you're following us on all of our social media. We'll get to that in just a second after we learn what Brody was talking about. What's up?
It's Sheathipede, but
Sheathipede.
Same developers.
Oh, it's cool though.
It's still cool. It's still a cool ship.
Yeah.
It's what the second Phantom became in Star Wars Rebels, but
yeah,
I think that's
Phantom Round 2.
I think that's our longest podcast yet.
Definitely.
Talking about delicious foods and plenty of segues involving our wacky troig stories.
Yeah, we love wacky adventures.
We should ask Pixar to make a film called Troig Story.
Troig Stories. Troig's undercover, and we're just traveling and eating food.
We disguise ourselves as toys.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Brody, thank you so much for all of your endless amounts of information and help doing this podcast. Would you like to tell the peeps where they can find you?
If anyone else wants to hear more of my annoying facts and banter, you could check me out on Twitter and Instagram at TK50015.
Awesome. You can find me personally on Instagram at CJerica, on Twitter at CJerica95, or on my blog at thekybercrystal.wordpress.com. Crystal does have 2 L's. All of that stuff is on there, is archived. So it's old content. The only new content I'll be putting out is as soon as I'm done watching the Justice League original version, and then potentially rewatching the Zack Snyder cut. I'll be putting out my review and thoughts on those, but that is it. As far as up there, if you want to see any more of my content, you can check out my articles on screenrant.com. You won't be able to search them by name, but you will be able to find them if you just kind of scroll through the list section. That is what I am as a list writer. Please make sure to follow the main channel, Kessel Run Weekly, at Kessel Run Weekly on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. You can join the Facebook group called Kessel Crew. And if you have questions, concerns, or comments, please feel free to reach out to me personally or through the Kessel Run Weekly Instagram. That is where I am the most active. I think that's all I've got for you guys. Thank you again, Brody, for being here. And thank you all for listening to Kessel Run Weekly. May the Force be with you.
Always.